call from
John.
John,
Well, hi there.
how are you?
I'm doing all right. At least right now.
Why just all right, John?
Well, in all seriousness, this year has been bad. Really, really
Why?
bad.
Tell me why.
It really just started in July. But it's an issue that's been in my life for like 3-4 years. I fell in love with this girl. It's stupid. It's really stupid. I met her on Omegle, and I fell in love with this girl. And me and her pretty much almost dated for like 3 to 4 years. And we reconnected, and we blocked each other, and we reconnected every single time. But every time I got back into contact with her, we just instantly fell back into love. It was something.
Why did you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, but I do have questions.
All right, yeah. Every time we reconnected, we fell instantly back into love. Like, there was literally nothing that either of us could have done to make each other not want to be with each other. Like, we, in our soul, like, we literally cannot be without each other, and it only resurfaces every now and then. And it really hurts because it's so hard to put into words. I don't know if I even have a reason to love her. I don't even know if I should keep.
Real quick, I want you to know, and this is an unpopular opinion, but I believe it with all my heart, and I'm being genuine right now. I know I've been memeing a lot, but I'm being very genuine right now. I don't think. Okay, wait. You said that it was weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? The fact that you met on Omegle was weird?
Yeah, just the fact that we met on Omegle. Like, she lives in Arkansas, and I
think that's okay. It's not weird. It's not weird because look, the way in which you meet people is irrelevant. Once you've met, you've been connected. The fact that it was on Omegle doesn't matter at all. You are now in connection with another person. The fact that you happened to find out about each other through Omegle doesn't fucking matter at all. So that's not something to feel weird about. I don't think that's stupid. It's like when people say that they don't want to meet someone on Tinder. It's like who fucking cares? Once you've already met, who cares where it started?
Yeah, that's true. And I just wanted to point that out because I know that everyone in chat is probably gonna be just like, dude, this guy is bullshitting. Nobody fucking falls in love with someone from Omegle. But like, it actually
People fall in love on Omegle all the time.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who actually are still dating from Omegle. But
See, your friends got you into. Look, it's perfectly legitimate. So I don't think that's even a factor in what's your problem is that she lives in freaking Mars and you live on the sun.
Yeah, that's not the problem though.
What's the problem?
Problem is that I'm on the down end of reconnecting with her again. I'll just give you the Cliff Notes version. It was July, late July. Me and her had gotten back into contact, and I couldn't fucking believe it. But we scheduled a date for us to meet. She bought the plane ticket. She literally spent $170 to come and see me. She sent me the fucking screenshot.
Okay.
And literally just a week later, we've been talking every single day. And I was just so excited. Me and my family were about to go on vacation for a week. And then after that vacation, I had planned to go pick her up from the airport. And then basically what happened was the moment that I got to the island where we were going to go vacationing, the moment I got to the beach and set my feet on it, I received a text from her that said, "I need the night to myself. I'm sorry." And then after that, she blocked me. And I later found out that she went back to her abusive ex-boyfriend of about 2 years. And the part that kills me is that he abuses her, he berates her, he fucking puts her down, never spends any time with her, always gaslights her, always stonewalls her literally every bad thing. And I tried as hard as I could to get her away from that.
What's your name?
I'm John.
John, how old are you?
I'm 20.
John?
Yeah.
I say this as your friend. If you were my friend, this is what I would tell you.
Mm-hmm.
In life, sometimes you just gotta take an L and move on. And you know what? This is part of your life experience. Okay, this is not anything. Look, people might meme on you, but I don't think this is unnatural. Okay, you're gonna live and you're gonna learn. But you've lived, John. You experienced this, and now it is time for you to learn. And I really do believe that you need to stop immediately. Stop. I hate this girl. I hate her. I don't want anything to do. I don't want you to have anything to do with her. She lives in Arkansas. She might as well be a fictional character in a book. Move on. Leave her behind. Keep moving.
I want to do that. I want
John, your life. John, you're only 20 years old. John, you're only 20 years old. John, there's so much. I know that I don't know if I'm telling you anything that anyone hasn't already told you, because this is pretty conventional stuff. But John, you're only 20 years old. John, there's so much more that you could be doing. Just move on. Don't let this girl. She has her problems. And I feel for her, and she's got a lot that she's got to deal with in her life. But you can't. You got a lot you got to deal with in your life too, okay? And you just got to let her handle her stuff, and you gotta focus on your stuff, okay? I think it's good that she blocked you, okay? I think you move on, John. I think you move on. You got to take the L, and don't feel bad about taking the L. Don't beat yourself up. Don't when you're 24. Don't lay awake at night being like, oh man, I was so fucking dumb when I did. No, this is good. This is a good thing, John. You took a fat L, and you're gonna be better for it.
The reason I called you is because I've been trying to give myself that L all summer, and I can't get her out of my head. And I've been trying to give myself that L every time she blocked me. Past 4 times, and I haven't been able to do it. And no matter how many times I tell myself that I'm going to find someone who's going to be better for me than her.
Don't do that. Don't do that, John. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to. You're John, what else do you do with your day? What do you do? What do you? Hold on, John. Hold on, John. John, I know you're upset.
Yeah.
I get it. What do you do? Or what do you do all day?
All day?
Are you in school? Do you have a job?
I took a semester off, but I go to school, and for a day job, I guess you could call that, I'm actually a professional whip maker. Like, I make the whoosh crack. Like, I make whips. Like, that's my thing.
You make whips? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man, I have a whole TikTok and everything.
See, John, I feel like a trap that a lot of people get into. I've gotten into this trap myself. I've talked about this a long time. But a lot of trap that a lot of people get into is they don't have anything else in their life that makes them that makes them happy, independent of being in a relationship. So they seek out a relationship to make them happy, which fucks them over so hard.
It's the hardest.
And I don't know you very well.
I know that truth. I know that truth. I've told myself that truth every night. Is that if I want to ever be happy, I need to have my own life apart from somebody that I love. I need to have that love in tangent with, or in conjunction with that success. But I can't be happy without her. It's like every single time I get into a relationship, I only think about how it compared to her.
John, stop dating. Stop. Delete your Tinder account. Don't go on Omegle. Don't do it. Just focus on the whips. And it's, by the way, it's gonna be hard. And look, the only thing that's gonna heal this, I believe, is time and putting effort towards a thing that will make you happy, independent of this girl. And it seems like you got good stuff going on. It seems like you got the whips. I love the whips thing. The whips thing is sick. The whips thing is amazing. And by the way, let's say if you didn't date anyone, if you deleted your Omegles, you deleted your Tinders, you just focused on the things that will make you happy in your life, independent of other people, for like 4 years, 5 years, fuck it, and you were like 25, and you had all your, and you could be like to women, oh, I have this cool whip company. They'd be like, that's fucking cool, and you're like, oh, I'm an archer now. I fight. It's all these John things. the whole life of John that you haven't even explored yet because you're not fucking 20, John. You could have that John life, and then when you're 25, you go out and you date, and you're like, I'm John, and I make $80,000 a year selling whips on TikTok. I'm amazing. I've been to Taiwan. You know, where's that John? Go find that John. Okay, John. Does that make any sense? Am I going crazy right now, John? I don't mean this, John.
No, it makes total sense. It makes total complete sense. It's just the fact that I am, without a doubt, one of the most helpless romantics that exists today. And I can, like, not survive without having love. Like, that's like... Okay, so...
John, hold on. John,
You gotta go?
I probably should go, but I fucking everything you said. Like, look, that's something you decided about yourself, that you need love. You have no idea if you need love, because the thing that is out there that isn't a relationship that will make you realize that you don't need love is something that you don't know about yet because you haven't tried. But eventually, there is. I believe, John, that there is a thing out there. I don't know if it's fucking archery or going to Taiwan, or selling whips on TikTok in your whip store. I don't know what the thing is out there that's gonna make you realize that you don't need love. But it's out there, John. You gotta find it. Don't lose hope, John. Don't lose hope. Okay? Because don't let this fuck you.
Before I go, the root reason I called you is I wanted to ask you, how am I supposed to get the balls to tell her no?
You don't have to say. I don't want you to speak to her again. Don't tell her no. Don't say, just move on. Block her. Delete her on all the things. Delete your own Instagram if you have to. Get off of social. Go take a week in the woods. Do whatever you got to do. Don't even have a conversation. I hate this girl. I hate her. She fucking crossed you, John. She fucking crossed. And you know what? That's fine. It's not your fault, okay? I don't think you're a bad guy. I don't like what she did. But John, you don't owe her anything. Move on. Fuck her. Block her on everything. Never talk to her again. And move on. You're in like a sunk cost fallacy kind of shit where you've invested all this time and now you feel like you don't want to move on. But just move on, John. Take the L. Take the L. Taking the L is gonna be the most beautiful thing in your life. You take the L. You delete her on all the things. You fucking go to Taiwan. You learn archery. You fucking sell whips, John. Fuck her, John. Don't go to Taiwan, John.
I'm gonna go to fucking Taiwan. I'm gonna learn.
Go to fucking Taiwan.
But all I'll say to you before I go is, if I ever get to the point where I can live without needing love, God help me.
God lives in a giant house in the sky, and he's not coming down to help any of us. But John, I love you very much, and I wish you the very best, and I hope that you block that girl and everything and never talk to her again. And I hope that you go to Taiwan, and I hope you learn archery, and by the time you're 25, you'll be absolutely drowning in pussy.
I love you so much, man. I just found you on Reddit. I'm gonna go follow you on Twitch.
Beautiful. Good night, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for talking to me, dude. Thank you.
Call from
Colin Daly.
Hello, Colin Daly.
Oh, hello. What's up?
I don't know. I'm kind of tired.
Oh, cool.
Why do you think that's cool?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because I'm watching you right now, and like there's a delay between what you're saying and what's going on over here.
Oh, mute your stream. Mute your stream. Don't.
Cool.
Do me a favor. Are you on your laptop right now?
Yes.
Go close your laptop and just be on the. Don't look at the stupid. Don't look at the chat because don't look at the chat. Just look. We'll be on the phone. Let's just be on the phone. So why is it cool that I'm tired? And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that accusatorily. I'm actually very interested because you seem like, because if I say I'm tired and you say that's cool, it seems like you're actually looking at what I'm looking at as a negative thing as a positive thing, and I'm trying to get into your head and trying to, you know, absorb your optimism so I can use it for myself.
I guess just I'm tired too.
Is that cool?
Maybe. I don't know.
Why?
I guess it was more of a proverbial cool, but yeah.
What do you mean by a proverbial cool?
I don't know, just like, I don't know. Yeah.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you?
Probably. Damn. I don't know, man. Probably the high school.
High school. What? How old are you now?
20.
Now, what was so bad about high school? I know you probably. Hold on. Are you nervous right now, Colin?
What?
Are you feeling nervous right now? You seem a little nervous.
A little bit.
Let me take a second here. It doesn't matter. Colin,
All right.
why was high school so bad? Why didn't you like high school, Colin?
Mostly my stepdad.
Your stepdad.
Yeah. You there?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, but I don't know. He just kind of fucked with me. I'm painting right now, by the way.
What are you painting?
Right now I'm painting something that's probably not going to be allowed on Twitch.
Tell me about it.
It's a trap.
You're painting a trap?
Yes.
What kind of trap?
A Astolfo.
A what?
Astolfo.
Can you say that's a
A-S-T.
A-S-T.
O-L-F.
O-L-F.
O.
Astolfo. What is that?
Well, that's like this character from an anime, and I'm doing like some like fan art, but it's more for the meme than the anything else. Though.
It's for the meme, you say?
Yes. For me, painting is just shit posting onto a canvas.
When you say it's a meme,
Yeah.
so you're painting this person to be funny.
Yeah. Well,
You're painting them naked.
partially.
Are you attracted to this character? And I'm you know, look, don't be you know, I mean, you know, be as private about your interests as you want, but you know, you don't have to be coy about it. I mean, we've all been sexually attracted to, you know, fictional characters before. I used to. Actually, you know, my very first, you know, pornographic experiences were with Samus Aran. I would hack my Wii, and I would make Samus Aran naked, and I would jack off to that. Colin?
Santa?
No, not Santa. Samus Aran from like Metroid.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, this was I don't know. I have dibbled and dabbled a little bit, but I don't know. I prefer real people.
So you're telling me there's zero sexual interest in this drawing that you're creating right now. You're strictly creating it with delicate, specific, accurate proportions that correlate with your personal fantasies of a body that you're sexually attracted to.
I mean, whenever I do a
jokes.
lewd drawing, right, I always, like, thing about it is, if you have a drawing that you're making and it's taken you forever to make, then you no longer become sexually attracted to it after so long. Just because, like, it gets boring sexually.
It gets boring sexually because
It's like the same exact pose, same exact person and everything that you're just looking at for so long.
So you get it becomes a little monotonous, a little tedious, and a little less exciting. So what do you do then?
I mean, then I just continue painting, and then I just finish the painting and I'm done with it. I mean, I did do something that was like on my calculator where I just like, I found out all the formulas and everything just to get like a pair of anime titties on that calculator. Just tons of math. But yeah, at the end of the day, that was not arousing because it took 2 months to do.
So you did it for memes. So something I understand the concept. I can get behind the concept of something initially being driven by sexual arousal, but over time being divulging into, you know, into memes.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes.
You know, when you're done with the picture, you know, feel free to send it to me.
Thank you. I will.
I love you, Colin.
I love you too.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, he was dying to get off the phone.
Call from.
Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just chilling, you know.
That's cool.
So how's your day?
It's good. How's yours?
Pretty good.
That's
Tried calling in and Google Voice started pulling the purge on me, rambling, saying it was hanging up at the same time it told me to record my name. So, you know.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I'm just having dissociation, you know. Vibing with life.
You said you're disassociating?
No, not really. Like, you know, just... Does it matter?
Where do you associate? With whom do you associate to begin with?
Who do I dissociate as?
No, who do you associate with? What do you associate with?
Well, my entire identity is built off my cat.
Okay.
Because I love my cat and I support her and want to protect her. And that's pretty much it.
What is there to protect her from?
A lot of foxes and stuff. You know, she's a barn cat.
She's a bong cat?
Yeah, barn cat. She
Oh, barn
cats
cat. Oh,
catches,
you live in a barn.
Yeah. The cat kind of does, but not really.
Who else is in the barn? Well, you know what's interesting is that if you live in a barn, I'm assuming you're around a lot of animals.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Chickens, a cow, and a donkey. Bees. I'm a beekeeper.
And now, of all these animals, I have a question about bees, actually. So you're a beekeeper. Are you connected to the bees? Do you feel sort of, do you have a relationship with the bees? In the same way that you have a relationship with your cat?
So, I mean, not technically. Because, bees have a pretty short lifespan. Depends on the time, but some die around, 15 days. But the really cool thing is bees recognize your carbon dioxide signature, so when you open a hive and breathe out on them, they can actually become accustomed to you as a person.
Interesting. So, you might not love the bees. You might not grow attached to the bees, but do you think maybe the bees grow attached to you in a similar way?
No, the bees hate me. They try to sting me every time. Because, I go in, I rip their hive apart. And, from their point, I'm killing them all, but from my point, I'm giving them food.
But do you think well, it sounds like sort of a God-type relationship. I mean, we pray to God, we worship God, but sometimes he comes down to earth and kills us with, diseases and hurricanes and cancer, which is a disease. Yeah. I already said that, but so the bees probably think you're like a god.
Yeah, I feel like if they thought I was a god, then they'd do what I want more, but instead they just fuck around.
What do you want them to do?
I want them to not swarm. I want them to stay in their hive and stop dying. And they don't want to do that. They're evolutionarily programmed to just fuck around and die every spring.
That doesn't make sense, though. How can you be programmed to die? Isn't the whole point of evolution that you get new things to help you not die?
Yeah. The problem is that they're evolved to live in the earth, and then they come out and all these pesticides, herbicides, new world, everything. Golden age of beekeeping is over. So now they go out and they do these swarms, which are the macroorganism of the hive splitting in half, right? Now there's nowhere for the other half of the hive to go.
It's kind of sad. Let me ask you another thing. Do you ever feel remorseful?
Remorseful? I mean, I feel bad about my mistakes, but not remorseful. I don't think I've done anything too fucked up to be remorseful.
You don't look at you don't look at destroying and killing bees as fucked up.
Oh, no, because I recognize that it's means to a greater end, because I gotta kill a couple hundred bees when I do testing for Varroa, a really bad mite, but I'm saving literal millions of bees. The entire ecosystem of the region I'm in depends on my mother and I's hives.
That's a lot of responsibility.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. It's nice though. Bees are cool. We don't know a lot about them. They're some of the most complicated organisms on Earth, and researchers know absolutely nothing about them.
All right, but they don't know nothing. They know a little bit about them. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, but the thing is, we know.
If I went to the Wikipedia page of the bee and it was blank, then that would be nothing. But they know,
Yeah,
the gap between what you know about bees and what I know about bees would take a lifetime for me to fill. Or I don't know, maybe 3 months. How long would it take for me to know everything about bees that you know?
Depends on what course you're taking it in. I apprenticed under a master beekeeper, and I'm now at journeyman level, so that'd probably take you about 2 years if you did it every day.
See,
But-
how can we not know anything? We know enough about bees for there to be a goddamn master of bees.
Yeah. Well, my
Now, that
mother's
guy
a
is a
master
god.
beekeeper. Yeah. So the problem with master beekeepers is that a lot of what they know isn't about bees themselves. It's about how to take care of them and how to work around their quirks. When we actually go and research why do queens do this weird mating call, why do they respond to this pheromone, why do these produce these chemicals, we don't even know why they chill outside their hive every day.
Because they're fucking
They'll go and do this thing
dumbass
called
bees.
Yeah, they do this thing called beard, where a bunch of the workers will basically just coagulate on the front of the hive and just chill there for the entire fucking day, and we have no
That's so
goddamn
dumb.
idea why.
That's so dumb. I'd love if science stopped there. Right? If you were like, why do bees fly? Why do bees do this? Because they're dumbass bees. Like, why do birds fly in a V formation?
Yeah.
Because they're fucking shitty ass birds.
Yeah.
If that was like in books, that'd be awesome. That would save us way more
Man,
time.
I wish it was like that. I'm an environmental science student, so like that's literally the dream.
Yeah, imagine filling out in a test like, you know, why do chimpanzees get attracted to certain pheromones when exposed to? Because they're dumb little chimps, so they don't matter, and then you get an A.
Yeah. You
I
know, if
like
they
that
do
for
what they
you.
do, mad respect.
Mad respect. What'd you say your name was?
River.
River? Your name is River?
Yep.
Your name is River the Beekeeper.
Yes, sir.
That's cool as shit.
Thanks. My mother's name is Brooke, and my name's a derivative of that, so we go, and we look exactly alike, too, so we get Brooke and River the beekeepers.
Broken River. Where can I buy some? Do you like independently sell honey or some shit?
I mean, yeah, but
Where can we buy your honey?
down in Virginia, there we just sell at farm stands.
Can I order some?
I don't think you can, because, like, we got a real limited supply this season. We probably won't be selling anyone.
Well, you know, I hope that whoever does get your honey enjoys it.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely, River. I love you very much, and I do believe that
All
one day
right,
our souls
I love
will be
you
able to
too.
find together forever in the
I
kingdom
hope
of
the
heaven.
yeah, I hope the bees love you.
I hope so too. Good night, River.
Good night.
Call from.
Alex.
To accept, press.
Alex.
Hello?
Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Hello, Alex.
Okay, I need your advice.
All right, hit me, Alex.
Okay, so I have 2 rats, right? And then I decided impulsively that I was gonna buy 2 more rats. However, one of the rats turned out to be a female and all the rest are male. And now I can't house them together.
How many rats did you buy?
Not enough rats.
Okay, so you can't house one female rat with how many male rats?
3 male rats. Like, I feel like they're all just gonna, like, you know, like, I already have 4 now, and if she has babies, it's like 16 rats.
So why did you get any? Well, can you have the rat neutered? Wait, what are you getting these? What are you getting these rats for?
I'm really lonely, and like my rats like bite me sometimes because I think I scared them when I tried to like change their house. So that just gives me like a lot more warmth than I had before because COVID.
Okay, so you got rats to keep you company, but the rats bit you.
Yeah.
Why do you think they bit you, Alex?
I think I scared them when I tried to move them into. I got them a bigger cage, so then I could put a lot of like hanging toys in there, so they can climb. Because one of my rats was getting really fat, because he liked to sit and pee in the same spot. It was just there was so much pee, and like I just had to get him mobile, you know.
But you just bought 4 rats. You bought 3 male rats and 1 female rat.
No, I bought 2 male rats, and then they got into like, you know, they grew up to big boys. But I got 2 more because they're gonna be feed rats, and I felt really bad. But then the 1 rat turned out to be a female because like when they're small, you can't see their like balls, because when they're older, their balls are like huge.
How many rats are there total in your house?
There are currently 4 rats, but if the female rat's pregnant, then there's probably like 16. But like a couple, you know,
good.
they're like cooking.
The more friends, you're gonna have more friends. You're gonna be like Cinderella
I'm
soon.
gonna
be
lose.
going to the ball.
No. I'm gonna lose my fingers if they like if there's any more, they're gonna bite off my fingers.
Well, don't piss them
because you know
off,
I try to give them treats. No, I try to give them treats, but then like my fingers smell like the treat, and then they try to eat my fingers. And then I think I stress them out, and then they try to bite my fingers.
Why did you pick let me ask you another question. Why did you pick rats? Because so far the only information I have about these rats, not about specifically your relationship to these rats, is that they bite you. Why did you pick rats as your
I picked rats. I picked rats because they're like, I don't know, they're just like such big boys. I just wanted to like put rats. I just wanted to like carry rats around on me, like specifically my head, and just like have them like nest in my hair because I have long hair.
I respect that.
So I just wanted to have.
I mean, these guys are biting you. They're biting your fingers off, as
no,
you're telling me.
I think they're just
you're gonna
stressed
let them...
or hungry.
All right.
I don't think they hate me.
I apologize, Alex, because I've veered too far away from your central dilemma, which is that you have a female rat that you can't house with 3 other rats. So what do? I mean, what else can you do? You gotta. Ooh, all right. I have a variety of options for you, Alex. Tell me what you think of these.
Okay, lay them out.
You could give one of the rats a sex change, and then have 2 separate things, because you wouldn't want to put the female rat alone. Because
I think like removing their balls, like, isn't that a sex change, or is that just neutering? What's the difference for rats? Is it mental?
I have no idea. You know, where's that? What happened to the mammal specialist caller? She knows this.
You're the therapist. You should know.
Why would I know that more than we had the mammal doctor call? Where's the mammal doctor? Where's the kangaroo girl?
The kangaroo doctor. No, I think so. The problem is, the only time they can rip my rat's uterus out of her body is in December. And like
that makes why in December?
Because COVID, I don't know, maybe they're I live.
Okay. I didn't know it was a thing about you getting an appointment. I thought it was like you can only get rid of a rat uterus in the month of December.
No, yeah, only when the stars are specifically aligned in this year's December is when rat uteruses can be harvested. Yeah, and so like now I'm like waiting, and they're getting so big, and like I house her with her brother right now, but he like tried to like mounted her a couple of times and had to like shoo him. I was like, oh, don't do that, you know, like, oh, don't do that, get off.
Alex, I think do you know the concept of the monkey circle?
The monkey circle?
Yeah, the monkey circle.
No.
Basically,
please explain.
All right, let's say you had a monkey, right? Let's say you had a rat.
Yeah.
And the rat, you know, you raised the rat, and you love the rat. The rat got to become a big boy. The rat scurried all around in your head and over your hair, and you named it, and you loved it. And then one day the rat died. You'd be very sad.
Why would you say that?
Hold on. Well, hold on. Let me finish. You'd be very sad, right?
Yeah.
But let's say
rat,
you had
my baby.
Well, hold on. Let's say you had 100 rats. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say you had 100 rats that you cared for and you raised in, like, you know, sort of a scaled fashion, right? And then one of the rats died. Would you be?
Yeah.
You'd be sad, but not nearly as sad as you would be with just the one rat.
So you're saying I should get an exponential amount of rats to what I currently have?
Well, actually, I was going for the idea that you should only have one rat because it'll make the bond more special, but I actually like your interpretation better. It's a way to never be sad. So I think you should actually get more rats.
Okay. You know what? I won't neuter her, and instead I'll just make sure she gets pregnant, and then I'll just like let them roam free in my house instead of keeping them in a cage. And then I don't have to worry about it, because then, like, if they do fuck, there's so much room for them to have children.
I like it.
I'll just throw the rat food on the floor.
I like it.
So then they can eat it and piss on it.
Well, Alex, I think, you know what? I think that we did a good job, because we came in here with a problem, and we came out of here with a solution.
I know. This is, honestly, everyone's been trying to give me advice, but, like, this is the only advice that I needed to hear.
Beautiful. Well, Alex, I love you very much. I can't wait to hear more about your rat brothel.
Okay.
And
well, I won't tell you anymore, but I do love you, and I love my rat.
You have a good night, Alex. Appreciate you calling in.
You too.
Call from
Buildus.
What's up, Buildus? How you doing?
Hey, Lau. Love your show, man.
Thank you, man. I love you.
Thank you. Hey, man, it's real fitting that you're in Shibuya there with this corona thing. I went to Japan right before all this, and, you know, I was planning on taking another trip. Japan was kind of my place. I loved being there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was thinking, man, what's a guy like me supposed to do, you know, in lockdown here in the States whenever, you know, Japan's, you know, the place to be?
Well, you know, look, you can do what I kind of did. I mean, you can go on YouTube, and you can Google walkthrough of Japan, and then there's all these, you know, hour, 2 hour long videos of people just walking through Japan.
Yeah, you ever get, like, you know, feel like you're trapped here, you know, and you can't travel?
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm traveling virtually. I mean, that's, you know, it's beautiful here. I'm connecting with you. I don't know where you live, but you don't live in my basement.
I'm in
here
Texas.
from my basement. You're in Texas? See, I'm traveling virtually to Texas right now to interact with you.
Oh my God, I got a beer for you. I got a little Kyrian here. I got one more for you.
I'm drinking it. We're
All
hanging
right.
out, pretty much. We're
All
hanging
right.
out. You live in Texas. I live somewhere indistinguishable, and everyone watching this lives in a bunch of different places. You know, we're traveling right now, baby, on the computer.
Sounds great, man.
Well, if I can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, always.
Wow, you believe in aliens, man?
I don't. Alien. It doesn't bother me.
You
I
kind
don't
of
think
look
about
like
this a
one.
lot. You think I
You're
look like an
green.
alien? I am
Yeah.
green.
You got a big head.
I do have a big head.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Well, that's up. Look. Look. To be frank with you, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm the one that interprets whether or not I take it as a compliment. But I mean, you can tell me what you intended it as.
Sure.
And you intended it as a compliment. So
Oh,
I'll
of
take
course.
it as one because you've given me enough information throughout the duration of our call that you're a kind-hearted person. So I believe you. I believe
Hey,
your
man,
intentions.
I get that a lot. So let's get a 3-for-1 here. When people say you're a
3 for 1, let's
kind-hearted
do it.
person, yeah, they say you're a kind-hearted person. How do you keep on going through life being a kind-hearted person whenever you don't get what you want?
That's why I try to avoid labels. It's good to be nice, right? But you never want to be I feel like you don't want to be known as a nice person, because when you're known as a nice person, people expect you to be a nice person all the time.
Right.
And that's when you start getting fucked, because no one's nice all the time.
Right. All right, man.
You know.
Well, thank you. All right, well, I'll let somebody that needs some help get on here. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful, nice little 3-for-1. Thank you for coming in. That was a steal.
Thank you. I owe you too.
I love you, man. You take care.
All right, you too. Bye.
That was, by the way, that was the nicest. That was so beautiful. What a beautiful human being that just called into this show right now.
Call from.
Aaron.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Aaron.
Hello?
Aaron. Is it
Hi.
Aaron with an A or with an E?
Yeah, it's Aaron. It's like Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah,
had
like
a
that
friend
joke
in
that I've been
elementary
hearing for
school.
the past 7 years.
What, the joke from the sketch Comedy Central show, from the comedy show?
Yep.
People say to you, Aaron, that is a joke that I heard in comedy show on YouTube. I heard a joke on YouTube. It's comedy YouTube, and I will tell you, joke. Aaron, it's funny. I saw on YouTube, on the computer.
Yep, almost exactly like that.
Do you think the computer should be illegal?
That is an interesting question. I honestly think they should, because I honestly think it contributes more negative attributes to society than good ones.
But I just went on that whole rant, Aaron, about how we're all connected and how everything is beautiful, and we've democratized society into a bunch of mini cults as opposed to one giant cult.
I mean, yes, but on the other hand, dude, I'm such a pessimist. I just can't see anything but the bad, and so if given the choice, I would make computers illegal, even though I am addicted to them as much as anyone else. So,
What do
maybe
you
I'm
do
a
on the
hypocrite.
computer? What do you use the computer for?
Mainly right now is research. I'm in school, and so I'm researching for my senior thesis.
How are you going to tell me that? Well, okay, I have a follow-up to this, but how are you going to tell me that you use the computer for bad things, and then tell me that you use it for research?
I never said I used it for bad things. I said a lot of people use it for bad things. Or maybe I did. I don't know.
Really? I want you to be fully honest with me here. Well, hold on. Are you undergrad?
Yeah.
Okay, because undergrad is... Because if you were, like, graduate, I'd be like, all right, this guy actually gives a fuck about school. A lot of people in undergrad, they don't give a fuck about school. They're just there to be there. But do you actually fucking... What percentage of your computer use, be honest with me, is productive?
I'd say about 75%.
75%?
Yeah, the other 25%, I don't know. I scroll through Reddit way too much.
I'm having such a hard time believing you because really, you don't like look at porn or go on Instagram or buy video games on Steam and not play them?
I do some of those things, but when I'm trying to do my schoolwork, I try and stay focused on schoolwork. But I mean, like 75% of the time. Yeah, like I said, the other 25%, that's when I go on Reddit.
That's pretty good, though. I don't believe you, but I'm going to go ahead and believe you for the sake of our conversation. So you think it should be banned because other people use it unproductively?
Yeah. Like, we've had so many opportunities to do so much good with the internet as a collective, but more often than not, humans are selfish by nature, and we do selfish things that ultimately just lead to the downfall of our fellow humans. And so I just don't think that the internet is worth it anymore.
Well, if the internet was banned, then we couldn't talk right now, dude. I mean, you couldn't do research. You'd have to fucking check out library books.
Honestly, at this point, I miss going to the library. You know, I had to move away from my university because of the whole fucking pandemic, and I miss going to the library.
You can still go to the library.
Well, I can't go to the library at my university because I had to move away, and the libraries at my hometown are only drive-through, so you can order the books online and then you go over there and pick them up.
Really? You can't go into the library?
Yep.
Okay, but the internet doesn't have to get banned for you to go to the library. You can still go to the library. I don't think that the internet being banned would be productive. I'm having a hard time agreeing with you.
I can respect that. With all the bad things, the internet does do a lot of good. I just think that the bad outweighs the good.
What is the bad that you see?
Well, Google steals our data. Facebook steals our data. The internet is used to, I don't know, coordinate hate crimes. I remember reading about one recently, but I can't remember which one. And I just go down this rabbit hole of all these atrocities on the internet, and it gets really hard for me to see the good in it.
Okay, sure. I mean, look, but I mean that thing with like the internet is used to coordinate hate crimes, but it's used way more to coordinate. I mean, the internet is used to coordinate fundraisers. It's used to coordinate like the percentage of good things the internet is used to coordinate to hate crimes is. I mean, the ratio is for sure in favor of the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And look, as far as Facebook having my data, they can do whatever they want with my data. I don't care what, websites Facebook knows I've been on. They can sell me ads. I'm never gonna click on that. I don't click on banner ads. If you're paying, thousands of dollars to put banner ads in front of my face, then you're the dummy, dude. But they can have it. I don't care. Mark Zuckerberg can live in my basement and steer over my shoulder, and I'll turn around and our faces will be like this close to each other, and there'll be a little moment of tension, and we'll start making out with each other, and he'll put his hand down my pants, and I'll be like, yes, this is all okay, and this was all able to happen because of the internet, and he and I will fall in love, and you know who we'll have to thank?
Who?
It's the computer.
Well, man, if that's what you want, then, by all means. But like I said, if given the choice, I would just make it illegal. Now, thankfully, I don't have that choice because if it were to become illegal, obviously a lot of people would get fucked over. So,
It's true. No, it would suck ass if the internet was legal, Look, look, I'm not gonna give you shade over here, but you seem like a glass half empty kind of guy.
Yeah, that's accurate.
The internet's good, dude. Like, I mean, did you hear the call that we just had with that guy with Aaron? No, you're Aaron. With the guy that we just had?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
That guy's gonna benefit from the internet.
Yeah, I suppose so. I haven't been on your Discord, but from all the things in the chat, it seems like a pretty good place. And so that seems like one of the pockets of good on the internet.
No hate crimes here. What'd you say your name was?
Aaron.
Aaron, look.
Yeah.
Before we go, I'm gonna give you a website to put into your computer bar, and then it's gonna change your entire freaking life. You're gonna completely do a full 180, and you're gonna become an advocate for internet conservation laws. I'm gonna give you a website address, and you're gonna put this in, and then you're gonna get off the phone with me. You're gonna explore what this website has to offer. Okay? When you go into your search bar, I want you to type in www.addictinggames.com. It's ADDICTINGGAMES.com. www.addictinggames.com. You're going to play a game on there. It's called Fancy Pants Adventures 2. All right? Go to www.addictinggames.com. You play Fancy Pants Adventures 2. By the time you're done with that game, you're going to be, you're going to be Al Gore over here. You're going to be the guy that invented the internet. All right, man. Well, Aaron, you have a lot of addicting games to play, so I'm going to leave you to it.
All right. Thank you, Geck.
I love you, Aaron. I'll talk to you soon.
I love you, too.
Call from
Alex.
Alex, what year were you born?
Hello?
Alex, what year were you born?
I was born in 1991.
And how has it been ever since?
It's been a wild ride, I would say.
You think so? Here's a real question. If you died today, if you fucking died tomorrow, would you be satisfied with the life that you lived?
I would think so, yeah. Yeah, to be honest.
Run down. What are the highlights?
I've been traveling the world for the past 5 years and just moved back to the U.S. And
where you been? Have you been to Tokyo and Cork, Ireland?
I have been to Tokyo Island. It was crazy,
What was it like?
Lots of lights. There was a gecko floating everywhere I went. It was really bizarre.
That sounds insane. That sounds wild.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been traveling everywhere.
For the most part, yeah. I was living in Colombia since 2017, and then that's where I moved back from.
Now, what were you doing before the world exploded upon itself because of a deadly flu?
Well, I was just working from my computer, chilling, taking photos, just living my life, enjoying my 20s, really, I guess. What
do you do on the computer?
So I'm a marketing consultant for cannabis dispensaries in Colorado.
Ooh, and you just do that remotely while you go to...
Yeah, well, now I don't do it remotely, but previously, yeah, I was doing it remotely.
That's cool. Man, I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking, man, I could just... I can't right now, but, I could just, put a Gecko suit in a suitcase and have a little ring light. And I could just do this stream at, 8 o'clock in the morning in Thailand, and it would be 10 p.m. here. And I could do the same exact thing that you're doing. For sure. I don't see why not. And, I would assume your overhead costs are going to be a lot less in Thailand, $200 a month for a little apartment. $200 a month for a little apartment is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And so I have a question for you.
All right, I might have an answer for you. I can't promise anything, but hit me.
What'd you eat for breakfast?
You want to be extremely honest with you right now?
Yeah.
You want to go there? You want to go to a place I didn't want to have to go, but you brought me here?
Yeah.
I had a Hershey bar for breakfast.
Was it delicious?
Why are you laughing?
I would say it's not the most nutritional, but it's the most enjoyable, which is okay.
It wasn't enjoyable. It was. Let me tell you something about my sugar addiction.
Uh-huh.
No part of it brings me pleasure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No part of
I
it
can see that.
is enjoyable to me. You know, when you're a child, you look at candy as something that, as you look at candy as a positive experience. When you're an adult, you know, you look. I mean, candy becomes, you know, something you have to do. You know.
Yeah, I mean, but as a gecko, what does that do?
It gets me through. What'd you say your name was?
I mean, Alex.
It gets me through the day, Alex. What'd you have for breakfast?
What I had for breakfast? I had some yogurt and an apple. That was about it for breakfast. And a little bit of water. No Hershey bar though.
Some yogurt and some waffle. You said you had a waffle?
No, an apple.
An apple.
A
That's
Honey
like
Crisp
the opposite.
apple.
An apple. That's like the opposite of a Hershey bar.
But it has a lot of sugar in it. You know, there is that aspect.
Don't.
Not refined sugars, but.
We're not having this battle right now. There's no sugar in an apple. An apple is a real food that real people eat.
Okay, fair enough. And I would say, I don't know, what do geckos eat? Flies? And little insects and things?
Flies? Sometimes vermin?
Mm-hmm.
Small squirrels, if they find one that's dead.
Jesus.
Crawl up in its body and suck upon its teats.
Yeah, that's a big-ass gecko, then.
Where have you been? Tell me the best place. All right, once COVID is done, once we're done dying in hospitals on the streets, where do I go? What's
where
step
do you go?
number one for me? Where do I go?
As a gecko, I don't know. I really enjoyed Malta. That was a dope place.
Okay.
Every other very photogenic island.
Okay, someone write that down for me. Malta.
Malta. You know,
Okay.
you can talk to people about Bitcoin or whatever they do there. You seem to love that there. Where else should you go? Well, where have you been?
I've been all around Europe.
Okay. Have you been
But
to Bucharest?
Bucharest? No, I haven't been to Bucharest.
I'd say that's a good chill place.
Okay, I'll go to Bucharest. Someone write that down for me. Bucharest and Malta.
Put
We're gonna
that
do
down.
that.
Yep. I'm looking at a map right now. I would say maybe next you can go to Xingong, China. Check that out.
Someone write
I'm
that
sure
down
they
for
got
me.
some cool stuff there.
Xingong, China. What's in Xingong? Wait, you say that as if have you ever been to Xingong, China?
No, I'm just looking at a map on my wall now.
Oh,
good
so you're
spot.
just giving me random places that you see on the map.
No. Bucharest and Malta definitely good spots. I have been there.
Okay, but
Those are cool.
Xingmong, China.
I've never been there. No,
All
never
right,
been
well,
there.
I don't wanna
It's on the list.
I don't want to go there because I'm scared. Because Alex, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, shit, man. Hopefully, traveling again. That's up in the air. So,
Alex,
I hope
what would you say to everyone? What would you say to everyone out there who feels like, you know, they're wasting away their youth in the pandemic, and that by the time they're old enough to travel, they'll be, you know, they'll be ancient. What do you say to them? What do you say to those people?
Look, with this whole pandemic thing, you know, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to refine your daily processes. You know, whether it be waking up early in the morning, exercise, you know, whether your goal is to read one book a week or whatever it is. I mean, I would take this time to really focus on yourself personally, and that's what I've done. And just, you know, take it day by day and write down these improvements that you're making every day. And one little improvement every day will make a big improvement over a year, and so on and so forth.
You know what, Alex? You've inspired me. Tomorrow morning, I'm only going to eat half a Hershey bar.
I wish you the best of luck on that, and a half a Hershey bar is a start. So,
you seem like a self-improvement guy.
You know, I mean, I've been trying. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
all you can do is try.
I feel that.
So maybe one day I'll have a gecko suit and be able to, you know, fly around Egypt or something.
I believe you will too. I see that in you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you take the next caller so other people have a chance to enjoy your gecko-ness.
Absolutely, man. I love you, Alex. Take care.
I love you too.
And before that, it was Tootsie Rolls. I have a, you know how the candy bowls that people have in their offices? I got one of those, but it's on my nightstand. And I got 3 of them. One is filled with regular Tootsie Rolls, another one is filled with vanilla Tootsie Rolls. You know the vanilla ones that come in the blue wrapper?
Call from
Drew.
Hello?
Hey man, what's going on, dude?
Oh,
right.
Oh, I actually got through.
Yeah, you did. Welcome here. We're about to put you on with Gecko.
Wow.
Do you want to say what your question's going to be before we put you on with Gecko?
Huh?
We're about to
Oh, I thought I
turn
was
you
already on.
But no, we're putting you through on. This is the mess where we're doing in mess where you figure out what your question is.
Oh, okay.
So just say it in like 4 words what your question is.
What is up, Geck? Go.
That is 3 words.
That's
What is up, Geck? Okay, we're gonna put you
okay.
3. We're gonna put you 3 in 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are on. Alrighty, you're on with Gecko. What's going on?
Drew, how you doing, man? What's your question tonight?
Well, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
This is
watch
Gecko.
the
Can't
game.
hear me saying this, Drew. But your question was, "What is up?"
Drew,
okay,
you there?
We're gonna put you back on in 3, 2, 1.
Drew? Drew, are you there? I heard you said you had a question for me.
Hello?
Drew, are you there? Caller, what's your question?
Just asking what's up.
Not a whole lot, Drew. Not a whole lot is up.
Drew, this is.
Want me to put my cat on the line?
Yeah, put your cat on the line. Let's hear what she has to say. Is your cat interesting?
Yeah,
Can you tell me a little bit about your cat's life before? Because I want to know. Because I want to prepare some things to ask your cat, but I want a little bit of information about him or her beforehand so that I can ask interesting questions that are relevant to their experience.
Good call. Good call. You don't want to assume.
Well, his name's Eggplant. Had him for a little over a year now. Ever since I got him from the shelter. He likes to run around and scream whenever anyone else does laundry in the building.
Now, did you name him after your most used emoji?
Nah, that's probably my least used, honestly.
Oh. Because I named my cat
trying to eat
Red
my arm.
Japanese Nose Mask Face.
Tengu? Is that what that's called?
Yeah. Let's
I
just
feel like
say
that's
so.
something you would know.
Me?
That was some bird person thing. No, I think that's the
Drew,
bird person from
what's your
D&D.
relationship like with your cat?
We have a pretty good relationship, except when he's running around screaming for no dang reason.
Now,
I've got a question. Wait, Lyle, can I get it? Because I think you got. I think you can comment on this.
Please.
I have a lovely ex who had a cat that scratched its stomach too much, and that was a problem. And now my friend Ty's roommate's cat has been scratching their ears too much and bleeding. There seems to be a lot of anxiety in cats we're treating that almost parallels. You know how like people are better at diagnosing anxiety and like ADD and autism in kids. So now we're treating these cats being so anxious more and more. What's going on with that, and how can we make these cats less fucking anxious?
I think there is, like, cat Prozac, isn't there?
So you just want to medicate these cats and make them lose their drive and creativity? Lyle, You're not. Lyle's anti-pills. Gecko.
I mean, I don't think you'd want to stifle eggplant. I mean, there's at a certain point, right? I mean, I think you got to give eggplant the energy to kind of. I mean, when they're running around and they're screaming, even if it comes, you know, to your annoyance. I mean, you're witnessing firsthand the process of them coming up with all sorts of new ideas and really developing and fostering themselves. And I don't know if you. I mean, look, do what you have to do to get through the day, but I don't think you want to take any actions that would, you know, put a dent in their development process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, usually how I solve the problem is I just let him crumple up a piece of paper and throw it at him. He loves that. It's completely nuts.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
How does he respond to that usually?
He usually like chases it around for like 3 minutes, and then paper just.
How does he
disappears
respond to the
forever.
violence that you use?
Oof. Violence.
What was that?
How does he respond
My
to your
response?
projectiles? Is it fear?
My response? Yeah, usually. Throw my
No,
arms
the
up
cat.
like,
The
hey.
cat. The cat is being bombarded with your wood pulp residue.
Yep.
Does he know it's just
Well, I
for
just-
play, or are you conditioning to be on defensive? This instinct about fight or flight all the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be an anxious cat when it
always-
grows up.
I think he's always kind of on the fight or flight. He's a wild animal. He doesn't know when to turn off the fight or flight.
Do you ever point a gun at him?
I don't have a gun, so no.
Good.
But if you did,
would you?
No, I would not shoot my cat.
It's good you had to think about it, though.
Not very hard.
well, okay, a crumpled up piece of paper that might be the roughest projectile you have in your house, right?
So now we're talking Stone
Yeah,
Age
pretty
versus
much.
Iron Age versus.
That's
paper.
okay. So I think that you should keep it like that, because if you, I think there's a possibility, right, that you're defaulting always to the worst possible projectile you could use. So if you
Lyle,
if
I
you
think-
brought a new one in,
Lil Pig Boy says eggplant should be on the line. I agree with him. I'm sorry. I know some people like Steel Fixer, like Max, get the GTFO, but I agree with Lil Pig Boy that maybe Drew is just a stone wall he doesn't know, and the cat's got to come on the line.
All right, I'll put him
Drew,
on.
let's talk to eggplant.
All right, all right, eggplant. You want to say something to Geck? Wow.
Eggplant, is that you? He's frightened into silence. He's too anxious to speak.
Stage
Well,
fright.
he's
Well,
purring
in
right
humans,
now. I don't know if that
public
picked
speaking
up.
is like one of the #1 fears. I wonder what it.
So
I
for
wonder
cats,
maybe that's
probably
for cats.
at least 4.
But eggplant, maybe it's crumpled up paper.
You know, right below dogs.
Dogs.
Oh, and the lawnmower. He hates the lawnmower.
Well, you've clearly frightened him into submission.
Well, Athena says maybe we should try meowing.
Max, you want to give you speak a little bit of cat, don't you?
Well, it's not a language as far as I know. I think it's just tones, but it's kind of like. You know, in French, it's pronounced M-I-A-O-U.
He doesn't seem interested.
How about this? Oh, Johnson. Oh, on piano.
You know what? Look, if we just, you know what, Drew, I appreciate this, but I think if your cat isn't sensing any, enough chemistry with us to even open up a conversation, I don't want to sit here and hammer over at this brick wall. I don't want to keep going. You
wonder
know,
if Kermit
I
would
don't think
do
we're
a
gonna get
cover
anywhere
of
with this.
Olong Johnson, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, he's just not talkative right now. I don't know what it is.
You ever
Really
put him in
can't
a
shut him
comfy
up.
harness and take him on walks outside?
Oh, no, I don't have a harness. I need to get one for him. He'd love that.
Well, anyone out there who might be Christmas shopping for Drew anytime soon?
Drew an eggplant.
Drew and Eggplant.
Right.
Drew, Eggplant, thank you guys for calling in. I hope that this was of help to you, and I hope that you're able to resolve the remainder of your domestic issues in the days to come.
People should buy you a harness. Gecko.
Yeah, I'll get him a harness.
A big harness for Gecko would take him on walks.
I like going on walks.
Yeah, we could walk the gecko. And the
Yeah.
eggplant.
I don't get out as much as I'd like to. I get out, but not as much as I would like to.
Yeah, I know I could use the exercise too.
Good night, guys.
All right.
Wow. It's nice hearing from Drew and Eggplant, you know?